I know I had promised you guys that I was going to stay away from the donut shop, right? I said I wasn't going to the donut shop because every time I go, I meet someone there and get into this conversation, and I walk out of this thing like, remember when the Aflac duck walked out of Yogi Berra's barbershop? Shaking his head going, ugh. That's always me when I walk out of there. So I go to the donut shop, right? Right? And this is like, you know, so one day I'm at the donut shop. So I'm at the shop, and I'm with my wife, and we got, you know, a cup of coffee, we sat down, and the subject came up of public etiquette, right? Now, the way that this came about will entertain you. We're sitting by the window near the door, and coming into the door is a gentleman, and he's wearing his jogging shorts and, you know, the jogging shirt, and he's probably in his you know, probably late 50s, and he decides to stop at the door entrance and make an adjustment. And to make the adjustment, there's different ways that you can make a proper adjustment when you're in public that's kind of discreet, right? There's a way to do it. Apparently, he didn't get that memo. So what this this proprietor of public etiquette decided to do was to reach around down through the bottom, through the leg side of the shorts, and come on up from the bottom, while at the same time coming down from the top and making his adjustments with all kinds of stuff just flying all over the place. And as I look around, there's probably 12 people sitting in their seats near the window at this Dunkin' Donut just watching this guy. And their cup is like half to their mouth. Their eyes are about as big as grapefruits. Their jaws are dropping, going, you got to be kidding me. And he completely entertained everyone. It was hilarious. But it brought up the whole thing of public etiquette. What other things do people do that just drive you nuts? Now, to throw you a second one here, my wife's coming out of work and going to the car through the parking lot. And there's a gentleman getting changed in the parking lot. Literally getting changed in the parking lot at work. Are things that bad? Are they that? What's next? We're going to have portable showers. You know, what's going to come next into the parking lots? You know, where you work, and it's, you know, what do you guys have? What's the pet peeve that you have as far as public etiquette?
Mexican.
Oh my God, Texas, come on now.
They make me mad. They don't understand our culture. They block our parking lot. They don't open the door for women. They're illegal as heck. They won't speak English. They have problems, and they sit there and act like they just make me mad. I didn't say I hated them or anything. I just said they don't understand our culture. And every morning I try to go get my little taco because there's a Mexican guy that has a little stand, and it's really good tacos, and I go over there. But they always block the way into the gas station. So the gas station, you can't get gas in the morning. They're always running in the door, running you over and closing the door in front of you. And I'm a lady, and I was taught men open the door for ladies. And they're coming in, and they're cutting in line, and they're dirty and stinky because they're workers. But they're tracking dirt and mud in, and they're just rude. And the guys there speak Spanish to them, and I keep telling them to speak English because it's a safety issue at work. If something happens, someone yells danger, they won't understand what they're saying. So Mexicans or illegals. That's my deal.
Well,
that's not racist. That's just truth.
Well, that sounds like that's just a clash of cultures. Now, I know that down here in South Florida, we have a large community that come from the islands, whether it's Haiti or you know, the Bahamas, and driving over in these other places. The road signs, when they exist, are more of a suggestion. They're not taken as real law. And the lanes kind of, you get through however you can manage to get through. And when they come here and do that, it wreaks havoc on everything. And it's one of the things that I'm always careful of when I drive, especially as I get south of where I am now. I'm constantly on the lookout for that person in the left-hand lane who decides, ooh, I want to go right, and will take 3 lanes of traffic. And just all of a sudden, boom, there goes the car. Take 3 lanes of traffic, run through a red light, come around a turn. Meanwhile, there's 22-car pileup behind them as people are slamming on their brakes trying to avoid them. And off they go. I'm constantly looking for that because I see it all the time.
20 points for that driver.
I'm telling you.
My complaint, the thing that I don't like, John, is the people who talk loudly on cell phones.
Oh.
I mean, just anywhere, wherever you are, they talk loudly on cell phones. And it's worse, of course, if it's a very private conversation that they're having with the public around them, you know?
Uh-huh.
But, no, just the general concept of a person who is on the cell phone shouting.
John, it's fun when they're in the bathroom and you can make all the noises you want, especially if you're a woman. It embarrasses them.
Now, I tell you something with cell phones. People tend to speak louder with a cell phone than they do with a regular what I call a landline phone, the old-fashioned, home phones. And the reason is cell phones don't have a side tone. Cell phones are actually radios, so there's no side tone. A home phone, when you speak into the mouthpiece, you get what's called a side tone to your ears. You hear yourself in that conversation. With a cell phone, you don't. And
you would think somebody would invent that for a cell phone, just as a patch into what they're talking, so that people know that they really are speaking, and the other person really can hear them.
Right. They would think that they would try, but there's no side tone, and that's why people tend to speak louder into the cell phone, and they don't even realize that they're speaking louder. They don't even realize it. And then, of course, they get off the phone and they continue to speak, and you're going, wait a minute, I'm standing right here. You don't have to yell at me.